This is Infatuated. I hope you guys will be infatuated by me.
You know what's so funny is the imagery in my mind is parang nakaupo silang dalawa sa isang restaurant or something. And they're just like sitting across from each other. They're just having like an intimate moment. And they're having a DMC, a deep, meaningful conversation. And so the first verse for me was what hit it off. It started the entire song.
I think it's in the way you talk.
Again, that last relationship, he said something to me that always stuck, and he just goes, alam mo, Julz, kapag kausap kita, hindi ka makatingin ng diretso sa akin, ah. Like, you're always like gazing around, you know?
And I'm infatuated by the way you look at me.
Going into the chorus, like I said a while ago, that line stuck with me, that text that he sent me after like our first meaningful interaction. He's like, I'm so infatuated by you. And so the word infatuated, 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 I was like, that's a really sick word.
Before we even go to the studio, tinanong ko na sa kanila, where do you want to bring the song?
Exactly. C is transpose the C. E. Yeah.
What we're doing is putting everything lang there. At least we have a working logic file, and then we build on that.
So far, that idea is nice. Kasi soundtrack yung vibe.
Yeah, soundtrack. That came from you.
Okay.
Oh, the soundtrack.
One. Yes!
I think anybody can relate to the talking part. Pag kausap mo talaga si crush, or pag may kausap kang sobrang ganado ka sa kanya, you eventually get to a point where you get vulnerable. And I'm all about vulnerability. I love vulnerability.
Actually, biglang dumami yung chords.
Yeah,
Ang dami
because
mong
you
gustos.
shifted to nose.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of adding that F sharp because it adds variation.
The F sharp sounds pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The F sharp suspended.
Alanganin eh.
Yeah, alanganin. That's like
Yeah.
a broken chord, but then it sounds like.
You know what the bridge makes me feel? It gives me like a James Bay kind of feel. I don't know why. Parang there's something about it that sounds like biglang it's uplifting, pero it still dies.
Yes.
Ganon, yeah.
That.
Focusing probably starting with the piano and, parang mala cinematic effect, no? And then there are highs and lows. It's pretty much dynamic. Dynamic yung approach ng arrangement.
That's where producers come in, and that's where I trust people like Sir Jimmy. I trust people like Gabby because they hear things that I don't hear. I'm glad that the first verse and the first chorus, as you'll hear, stays very bare. And then when you go into the chorus, to the verse, to the bridge, it's a constant gradual build-up. So by the end of the song, after the bridge, it's so built up that I feel like you're just caught in all of the emotions. And then it strips away again. And it's like your soul's just been laid bare. And so for me, like, as long as the lyrics come across and the message is conveyed, then I'm a happy camper, no pun intended.
For a minute, I can hardly breathe.
Like this video, check out more Sonic Elements videos on the Elements Music Camp YouTube channel.